Hello students. Yesterday we have studied about changes around us. Now let us look ways to bring changes. Okay. So we have studied that there are various changes taking place around us and these are very necessary for living and all. So the main topics we have to discuss about is, first of all, as an introduction, yesterday we have studied about the different changes that can be there can be reversible or irreversible. Okay, so there are some process that can be changed into the original position and there are some that cannot be changed. They are known as reversible and irreversible changes, and we have studied various differences. Now we are going to study about other ways to bring a change, which are the different ways that can be used for bringing a change. Okay, so that here you can see that we have seen different types of changes, such as changing of day into night, changing of seasons, then ripening of fruits, cooking food, melting of ice, etc. So these all are different types of changes. Okay, and we can know that some changes will take place by itself. Okay, selfly it will take place, and some changes required an external reason. That means an outward reason is required for changing takes place. So various changes are taking place every time. So let us recall what we have learned. The changes can be different types, and some changes are reversible and other changes are irreversible. Okay, so once again recall the experiment of the balloon. What happens when we blow a balloon? Yes, the air will fill into the balloon and it will become big in size. After some time we can give out the air. Let the air come out from the balloon and again the balloon can be changed to the original position, original shape. So that is a reversible change. Okay, in the case of a paper, we can make it as a paper plane. Then by unfolding the paper plane, we can make it as the normal paper. Okay, so there is a reversible change. Okay, we can take. Then we can take the dough. Okay, dough is used for making roti or chapati. Okay, by rolling it, we can change into round shape and again we can make it roll to the old dough. Okay, we are familiar with that. But at the same time, when we cook it, when we put it on the pan and cook it, we are not able to convert back into the dough. Okay, we cannot roll it back to the dough. So there is a reversible change in the case of initial dough, and cooked food cannot be come back to the original dough. So there is an reversible and irreversible process. So let us see the definition for reversible and irreversible change. Reversible change is a change which can be reversed by reversing conditions. That means we can change into the previous original position by applying some conditions and all. Okay. Similarly, what is irreversible change? The change which cannot be reversed even by changing the conditions. We cannot change into the original position by applying any type of condition. Here are some examples for reversible changes: glowing of an electric bulb, folding a paper, stretching of rubber band, melting of ice cream. All these processes can be converted into original state. And examples for irreversible changes: aging of living beings, changing of milk into curd, growth of plants, then rusting of iron, then dough into chapati. Okay, etc. cannot be converted into the original position. The change is taking place only one time and it cannot be gone back to the original position. So that is the difference between reversible and irreversible change. Now let us look at the ways which can be used for bringing these various changes. Okay, which are the ways that can be chosen for making changes for every substance. So we are familiar with various substances in our surroundings. So first method we can use is by heating. By heating process, what happens? Either we can increase the size of an object or decrease the size of an object. When we increase the size of object by heating, the size of an object become larger. So that process is known as expansion. Okay, this has been shown by all solid, liquid and gases as well. Expansion is the becoming of larger size on heating. When we heat something, it will become larger in size. For example, giving shape and fixing the wooden handles of a tool. The wooden handles of this knife and other tools have been given by using this expansion and process. Then fixing of metal rim to cart wheel. Okay, here also we can see by heating the cart wheel is expanded, and after that cooling process, after that it is cooled. So what happens? The size decreases. That is known as contraction. Okay, so that by heating expansion takes place, by contraction cooling, by cooling contraction takes place, so that the iron wheel is fixed in the wooden wheel by this process. Okay, here you can see first of all a wooden wheel is taken and a iron round thing is placed above the wheel. Okay, by heating it, so that it will become fixed. After that it is cooled. Okay, now the expansion takes place, and after that it is cooled down, so that the size of the iron ring will decreases. So what happened? It will fix to the wooden wheel. Similarly, in the case of the axe, then knife, etc., you can see first of all the iron object is heated up so that it will become expanded. That means expansion takes place. It will become big. Then we insert the wooden substance into it so that it will become fixed. After that we will cool it down. When we cool it down, what happens? Again the size of the iron object decreases. So it becomes small and it becomes tight to the wooden material. So handles are easily fit by the ring. When a ring cools down, it will contract and fit tightly onto the handle. So you can see in the case of the wheel also, we will place the ring on the wheel, so it will fit tightly when it is cooled. So expansion and contraction is taking place. Second method that can be adopted for making a change is evaporation. Evaporation is a process in which liquid is converted into vapor state. Okay, so in the case of water can be boiled and it become water vapor. So that what happens? A liquid substance is converted into gaseous substance. So that is the process of evaporation. Okay, so evaporation is the process of conversion of vapors to making of vapor from liquid. Then next one is change can be made by force. Okay, by applying a particular force to a substance, either pushing or pulling. Okay, we either pushing or pulling, we can make a change to the object. Okay, so that we can change the size, shape of any substance. In the case of balloon, you can see by applying a force, that means pushing or pulling. We are by squeezing, we are applying a force, so the shape will be changed. So there is a change occur by evaporation as well as by force. Okay, so this is the third method that can be adopted for making a change by applying a force, either pushing or pulling. You can see this balloon changing the shape. Okay, now we can go to the next method, that is melting process. Melting process is the process during which a solid substance changes to liquid. You have been seen that the chocolate will melt after placing into some hot substance. Okay, it will become liquid. The solid substance become liquid. In the case of ice cream also, when we start eating, this ice will melt. That means melting takes place. Also ice cubes. When we take the ice cube from the fridge and placing on the table, you can see the ice cubes will melt and become into a liquid state. So first of all, it was in a solid state, then it will converted into liquid state by the process of melting. Examples are melting of ice, chocolate, ice cream, etc. Now, the last process for making change is mixing. Okay, by mixing two or more things, we can make a change there. So, for example, here we can see when we mix a sugar in water, the sugar will disappear inside the water and the water will get a sweet taste, isn't it? So, by mixing we can make a change. Example is mixing of sugar in water. That means sugar will get a sweet taste and sugar is dissolved inside the water. So mixing up of two substances can also make some changes. So which are the process that we have learned? Heating. By heating, expansion can be taken place. Cooling, contraction can be taking place. Melting, evaporation, then applying force and mixing. These are the various process that has been discussed now for making changes in every object. So heating, cooling, that is expansion, contraction, then melting.